From ancient Greek army base, to Byzantine prison, to Italian war bounty, to deserted island, to posh holiday playground, Bozca Ada has a huge story for such a small place, with some of the best wine, restaurants, beaches and vistas in the country. In 2010, it was named the second most beautiful island in the world by Condé Nast. And you can see why. Bozca Ada has retained much of its fishing village charm, as well as one of the best preserved fortresses in Turkey and one of the world's oldest wine industries, and supplemented them with hip beach bars, original meze options, and lots of grilled octopus, all manageable in a couple of days thanks to convenient transportation options. Please watch the rest of our YouTube video. Let us know what you think, if there is anywhere else you want us to cover, and if you need help planning a trip or move to Turkey, let us know in the comments. Bozca Ada has a long and complicated history thanks to its strategic location at the mouth of the Dardanelles Strait and the entrance to the Black Sea. The Greek fleet sheltered here while the Trojan horse was delivered to their enemies in nearby Troy. They named the island Tenedos after its ruler Tenes, which later featured in lots of weird Greek mythology and became rich as one of the ancient world's top wine producers. Tenedos was conquered by Persia in 493 BC, liberated by Alexander the Great 50 years later, and claimed by the Kingdom of Pergamon in 323 BC. In 133 BC, Attalus III donated his entire kingdom, including Tenedos, to the Romans. During the Byzantine Civil War, Emperor John V was chased out of Constantinople by a rival emperor and sheltered on Tenedos in 1353. He was reinstalled with the help of his frenemies Venice, who claimed Tenedos as payment. Venice then fought the War of Chioggia with Genoa, and part of the peace treaty required Venice to tear down all Tenedos's buildings and relocate its entire population to Crete. When the Ottomans claimed the island 100 years later, they found an uninhabited wasteland, which they named Barren Island, or Bozca Ada. The Ottomans rebuilt the fortifications, fought off 4 more Italian attempts to take the island, and offered tax exemptions to repopulate the area. In 1807, Bozca Ada was occupied by invading Russians, who burned the town, tore down the fortifications, and once again exiled the entire population. They returned in time to be occupied by Greece from 1913 during the First Balkan War until 1922. During World War I, the British used the island to supply their Gallipoli campaign. The 1923 Treaty of Lausanne returned Bozca Ada to Turkey, but with a special arrangement that meant the local Greek population was exempt from the population exchanges. During the 1970s, a ban on visitors was lifted, bringing Bozca Ada's first tourism revenues, and the 1990s saw government support to develop tourism and wine production. The island never looked back. From the ferry, the first thing you will see is one of the best preserved and largest castles in Turkey, built by the Ottomans in the 15th century on top of an earlier Venetian fortress. Just above the castle is a row of picture-perfect windmills with whimsical settings and views, although they are largely ornamental. Near the Church of the Virgin Mary is the Bozca Ada Museum, a traditional Greek mansion that tells the island's history through a quirky private collection of wonderfully random objects. In the historically Turkish side of town are the Namazgah Fountain, the Alabey Cami, and the Köprülü Mehmet Pasha Cami, all built in the 1700s. The best beaches on the island are the wonderfully clean Akvaryum Plajı and Ayazma Plajı. At Ayazma, have lunch at Vahitin Yeri and drop in at the Ayazma Monastery. A respected Bozca Ada tradition is to head out to one of its many lookout points to watch the sunset with a bottle of wine and a cheese plate. Ferries run between Bozca Ada and the town of Geyikli on the mainland every 1 or 2 hours from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., which takes 30 minutes and costs $2 return. From Istanbul or Geyikli, either drive or take a bus through Tekirdağ or go by ferry through Bandırma. The whole journey should take about 4 hours by car and up to 6 hours by bus. Minibuses run regularly around Bozca Ada, making stops at the main beaches and lookout points, leaving from the waterfront by the castle. If you are into seafood and unusual meze options, you are in the right place. The best value place for a sit-down dinner in the center of town is the atmospheric Hasan Tefik. At Ayazma Beach, make sure you have lunch at Vahitin Yeri, which has the most mind-blowing range of meze options anywhere ever. Most streets in the center become rucker-fueled block parties past dinner time, complete with wine bars and cocktail spots. Tenedion Winehouse and Talai have the best prices and best options for wine tasting. For a sunset drink and evening dip, head to Salhane Bar behind the castle. We can recommend the very good value Octo Hotel, which has an unbeatably central location, clean rooms, and an excellent breakfast served on the roof terrace. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions or if you need help moving to or traveling in Turkey, let us know in the comments. We have also created a set of ESL exercises and activities in case you want to use this video to teach or learn English.